Hey, what's going on YouTube? Tom here. Today I am finally showcasing my dream car. This is my beloved 2018 Subaru WRX. It is in the color of World Rally Blue, or WRB abbreviated online. This is a base model. It is a 6-speed manual transmission. Now, I'm not going to be doing a car review about this car. There's tons of other videos on YouTube already. There's people like Savage Geese, there's Matt Moran, and there's Engineering Explained. They've all done wonderful videos about this beautiful car, but I'm just going to be going through the specs really quick. It is a 6-speed manual transmission. It is on the FA20 motor, and it is a twin scroll turbo. It makes 265 horsepower, and it is an all-wheel drive sports sedan. Now, the reason why I chose the WRX over the STI is because this car is more practical and this car is more friendly overall. I feel that there's a larger fan base of ownership of a WRX compared to a WRX STI, and it's a price point difference of $10,000. So this baby right here was MSRP'd at $29,000 out the door, but I was actually able to get a really good deal out of it. I'm not going to be disclosing the details of my transaction because it's private, it's confidential between me and the dealership of Elk Grove Subaru. Big shout out to them, and thank you for hooking me up with my dream car here. Now, this is the base model. The reason why I went for the base model is partly due to costs, but also because I have personal preferences when it comes to this vehicle. The Subaru WRX, to me, what it means to me is that it's a performance vehicle. It is a jack of all trades. It could do anything and everything, and you could tweak and mod it to however you want, depending on what you want out of the vehicle. Now, for me, I want utility. Like I said before in my previous videos, I feel as though there are three types of car enthusiasts in the world. There are the utility guys, which is like me, who use the car for the everyday, the practicality, and overall you keep the car as close to stock as possible. So there's no modifications, and if there are, they're usually just aesthetics and stuff like that, minor tweaks and stuff like that. And now number two, you have the performance guys. You have the guys who's all about horsepower, all about the gains, and so of course they would swap out the turbo, they'll swap out the engine, they'll like reconfigure and reconfine the car and make it into something a lot different than what it came out of from the factory. And of course you have the last but not least, the third guys, which are the stance guys, the car show guys. So these are the guys that they pimp out their car. It looks clean, it looks beautiful, it looks stanced out, is lowered. You know, there's so much work and detail put into it. Now these guys are the showroom guys, and so I feel like, you know, in the world of car enthusiasm, especially with this car, there's so much rift and so much, not competition, more like butting heads between these three types of people. And of course, me as an older person owning this vehicle, I want the best utility out of this car. Like, I waited 3 years to get my dream car, and I'm not going to muck up the formula, and I'm not going to destroy this car by modifying it heavily. So maybe when warranty is gone, I'll modify it a little bit more, but for now I have simple things like you know, new rims, mud flaps probably, maybe lowering the car just slightly, you know, and just little things here and there, you know, switching out the interior parts, but I'm not going anything big. So like I said, this is my dream car. I've waited such a long time for it, and I'm not going to muck up the formula. And of course, you know, there's other people who are like, you know, if you have a WRX, you need to do this, you need to do that to it. But like I say, guys, as a car owner, you get to do whatever you want to your car. You know, the car represents you and what you feel and what you want, essentially. So this is my baby. Now, it is a sports sedan. I am 5'7". This car fits me perfectly, and like I said, it's practical. If you guys have never purchased a brand new vehicle before, there's a thing called a break-in period. Now, for the first 1,000 miles for this car, the Subaru WRX, there's a thing called a break-in period, which for the first 1,000 miles, I am now currently at 652 miles. Now, there is a thing called the break-in period where the first 1,000 miles you have to break in the car, you have to break in the engine. So you can't go ham on the car already. You have to drive the car semi-conservatively, in the sense that the RPM range of 4, that's the max that you can get up to. You have to drive a variety of RPMs within the band of 1 through 4 up until the 1,000 mark is over. Now, the reason why you do that is you get the engine to warm up, you get it to become used to, you know, all the pistons, all the rods working, and you pretty much just warm up the engine. You let all the plastics melt into place, and even brakes, you have to be very gentle on the brakes. You have to wear it slightly so that way you get used to it, because brand new brakes, it'll crumble if you slam on them, and you know, you end up just breaking the car apart. So during this 1,000 miles, it is very, very crucial for you to break in your car properly, so that way it'll have a long and wonderful life. So this is my dream car, guys. The reason why I went for the base model, like I said before, isn't necessarily the money issue. I feel as though this car is more about the utility aspect. So I don't need all of the add-ons. I actually don't like push start cars. I prefer it to be key turned, because I feel there's more of an engagement, and that's also why I went for a manual transmission, because I feel as though a sports car should be more engaging. You know, if it feels like you are one with the vehicle. That is why, you know, with a manual transmission, it feels like you are the one controlling the vehicle, whereas an automatic, it feels kind of just like, it feels very bland. And like I said, not to jock and make fun of, you know, other guys who have automatics. It's all personal preference, but for me, that's how I feel about it. So this is, like I said, my dream car. I've been driving it, not spiritedly, but I've been trying my best not to drive the car. But every time I get home, you know, I want to give myself a reason to go out and drive. So I've been driving just a little bit. I feel justified in driving it up to the 1,000 mark, and then after that, I'll be able to, you know, go into the higher RPMs. Now guys, I want to explain the reason why I wanted the Subaru WRX as my dream car. Now, it's only a $30,000 car, but to me it is a gem. It is something that is worth keeping for the rest of your life. And like I said, this car is a rally monster, and this car has a long history behind it, and ultimately this car can do anything and everything depending on what you want to do with it. But the reason why I leaned towards Subaru and towards this WRX is after I graduated college in December of 2014, I was accepted to the Boy Scouts and I started working for them, and I was assigned a territory that had a lot of mountains, and at the time I had a Toyota Celica. I had a 2000 Toyota Celica GT. It was a little red one. It was my favorite car, and it was my first car that I purchased with my own money that I saved up. I saved up 5 grand, and that car had problems. The engine blew twice, the oil consumption was horrible, but I still loved that car. But ultimately in the end, I was like, I needed a brand new car. So I leaned into Subaru. I started looking it up. I'm like, hey, maybe this is the chance for me to get my WRX. And then I looked at the price tag and I was like, crap, I cannot afford this. I want this so bad, but I can't afford it. Insurance is extremely crazy, especially for a 25-year-old coming out of college. So what I did was I ended up going for the 2012 Subaru Impreza Hatchback 2.0i. I bought it pre-certified at a really, really good deal. I bought it for $17,000 out the door. It was 2015 at the time, and it was a 2012 Impreza. So it was pre-certified. It still had warranty and protection and stuff like that, and I was good with it. And the car was nice, it was practical, but the only thing it lacked was speed, and that was my only complaint about it. I hated the fact that the FB20 motor, the sister motor of this car, is horrendously slow, and in the 3 years that I owned it, I wanted a WRX more and more and more and more. And that's what justified me to getting my WRX now. And another thing I want to talk to you guys about is the Subaru community. So if you guys haven't seen it already, you guys know that I am a Subaru ambassador. And now I applied into this program about 8 months ago, and it took me 8 months long for them to accept me in. I went through the interview process and I was finally accepted into it, and it's amazing. The best thing about the Subaru culture and the Subaru community is the love. Like, really, everyone is so supportive of each other, and it is very, very different from the Honda guys, from the Toyota guys. Like, it is really nice and really reassuring that when you buy a car, you get a thank you from Subaru of America. They send you an email, they send you complimentary gifts, and if anything goes wrong, if you had a negative experience, if you went to the dealership and you're like, hey look, I went in for this and I got this car fixed, but I was treated poorly, and you email and contact Subaru of America, they will send you a gift basket. They will send things to apologize to you and to show that they really do care. And when I purchased this vehicle, they sent me an email, they sent me logins, they sent me all these complimentary stuff just to say, hey, congratulations on your brand new vehicle. We appreciate you as a customer. Now that is family and that is love. So that is from the brand itself. Now the other part of the community, which is us, the guys, the consumers, there's so much love between us as well. So like for WRX guys and WRX STI guys and Foresters, it's more common, but some of the other guys, they know it and they'll wave you down. So if you don't know the Jeep reference, when you're driving along and you're cruising and you're going this way in your WRX and you see a WRX coming out this way, you'll wave them a peace sign, you know, whatever you want, just to acknowledge like, hey bro, what's going on? Or hey man, got you. And they will do the same thing back to you, and it feels like family, you know, like you feel like you're a part of something bigger. Now that is something that you can't take away from Subaru, and that is one of the things why I love so much about Subaru and why I'm a part of this family. Now when my girlfriend and some of my friends was in the car with me and we were driving along and we did that, they were like, do you know them? Like, nope. Why do you guys do that? It's just a thing, you know, like it's just something that has come into fruition as part of the culture of the Subaru brand, and it's amazing. So if you guys haven't already, I definitely encourage you guys to go and check out the Subaru WRXs at the dealership and just go for a test drive and you'll see what I mean. Like, this car is amazing. I can't stress how much I love this car, and it is a bit biased because, you know, like this is my car, this is my dream car, but for a sports car, this car is the go-getter and it does anything and everything that you want it to do. So mileage is also really good. This car is rated, I think, like 21 MPG city and then 28 freeway, but I average about 25, and that's unheard of for a sports car, especially a sports sedan with a twin-scroll turbo. So definitely guys, if you guys haven't already, go and check out a WRX. It is, like I said, it is about a $30,000 car plus tax, and so it is on you to haggle for your out the door price. But of course, like I said, I can't disclose my price tag because it's strictly confidential, and I do represent the Elk Grove Subaru dealership. So yeah guys, this is my baby, and there are tons of things I want to do with it, but for the moment I'm going to keep this car stock, and I think it is perfect the way it is already. It drives amazing, and I turn heads. Even when I park far away, and I take like triple and quadruple glances at this car because I'm still awestruck. It's like, really, like this baby is mine. Like, this is really my car. Like, where's my key? It is my car, you know. It is amazing. So I hope you guys like this. You know, like I said, I want to thank you guys tremendously and truly from the bottom of my heart that this car is going to move me forward on my YouTube channel, and I'm going to be showing you guys the growth that I have and that I develop with my car, and I'm also going to show you the transformation and share with you the ownership experience, and I'll be talking to you guys about the things that I potentially want to do to this vehicle. So with that guys, this video is rambling on a little bit too long, but I want to thank you again. And if you guys like this video and you guys support me and my mission and my love for Subaru and me sharing my love for Subaru to everyone, please give this video a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I will definitely see you guys in the next video. Peace out.